You are welcome to the Patriot YouTube channel. Let's talk about Ghana.
I wish to find out what exactly Karen Bass did. What wrong did she actually do? We all know nobody is happy that there was a fire outbreak in California, Los Angeles. Nobody is proud about that. I mean, human lives were involved, properties destroyed. I'm told, as at the last count, about 70,000 people were evacuated and several houses destroyed. I think some lives have also been lost. That is disturbing, that is worrying. But then, I want to know what exactly Karen Bass did. We live in the world of technology, for Christ's sake. Karen Bass attended this inauguration of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama because she's aware of that diplomatic ties that exist between Ghana and the United States of America. In fact, it is time people realize that no country can live in isolation in this world. The available statistics show that in the year 2022 alone, the United States of America's importation from Ghana amounts to about $2.8 million. That is very, very significant. Very, very significant, which to me suggests some form of dependency of the United States also on Ghana. So if Ghana is having an event, not any ordinary event, the inauguration or the swearing in of the President John Dramani Mahama, and Karen Bass decides to come and then support with her presence, everything is okay with it. There's nothing wrong with it. Now, somebody will ask, and what about the Palisade fire outbreak? The fire broke out not because of Karen Bass. Karen Bass was away, that is true. But I'm wondering that if Karen Bass was at Los Angeles at the time, does it mean the fire wouldn't break out? It surely would. I'm wondering what exactly she could have done to stop the fires. What exactly could she have done? She could have spoken to people because she's the mayor, that is true. She could have given orders, she could have given instructions. Are we trying to say that because she was in Ghana in this day of technology, Karen Bass couldn't do that, or she didn't do that because she came to Ghana? And people hear, why would she be in Ghana and whilst there is a fire outbreak, they are in crisis? Of course, there is nothing wrong with her presence. If she was there, that would have been fine, good. But it's not because of her absence that's why over 70,000 people had to be evacuated. No, it is not because she was absent that is why many properties have been destroyed. No. Come on, this day of technology, when she could talk to people, she could make audio calls, she could make video calls, she could see what was happening over there whilst even in Ghana. Come on. Please, let's grow out of these things. Especially when you feel people and countries who should know better feel so superior to others that because of that they feel, no, it was Ghana. What the hell was she doing in Ghana whilst the place was on fire? If she was right there before the fire outbreak, could she have stopped it? Is it because she wasn't there, that's why the authorities and other people responsible for the fire outbreak decided not to work? Crude oil is a necessity. United States of America imports crude oil from Ghana. Cocoa is used in making many products. You import our cocoa beans, you import our cocoa paste to do many products, some of which you import to other countries to generate revenue. If you don't know the strength of Ghana, let me tell you, Ghana consistently has either been the second highest producer of cocoa in the world or the first producer of cocoa, the highest producer of cocoa in the world. As a result of that, it is absolutely wrong if someone blames Karen Bass for coming to support in the swearing in of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. And because she came and there was this fire outbreak, you tend to raise voices, cast insinuations, make all sorts of blames against the woman. This is not right. People must begin to respect and appreciate diplomatic ties. Karen Bass didn't sleep over it. When she heard of the fire outbreak, she made her way back to Los Angeles. That was what she did. I'm sure if it were to be a swearing in program in France, in the UK, your attitude would have been different. Those of you who are blaming her and saying all manner of things to her, I'm sure that if it wasn't in Ghana and it was in the so-called developed, so-called independent nations of the world, your attitude would have been different. And I tell you, you are not independent. No country in the world is independent or lives in isolation. If you don't need us at all, you need us in terms of your dependence on our raw materials. You use a lot of most of the things you use, you trace them here to Africa. But you see, I don't always blame these so-called advanced countries if they look at us with a second kind of eyes. I don't blame them. What don't we have? Look at the resources we have. But because of our poor leadership, we consistently go to them cap in hand. You have gold, you have diamond, you have crude oil, you have timber. What don't you have in Ghana and Africa? What don't we have? But you see, because we are consistently going to these people cap in hand, they always take us for granted. Do you think the bashing Karen Bass is receiving in the US, if she had attended a ceremony in the UK or France or Germany, she would have been bashed like that? No. And what makes it more worrying is the fact that if she was there, the fire outbreak could have still taken place. Because as an individual, she couldn't have stopped it. And in addition to that, if the fire broke out in her presence, what could she alone do to prevent the 70,000 people who were displaced? What could she have done? What could she have done to prevent the thousands of homes from being destroyed? What could she have done as a single individual? Please. We have to start looking at things, seeing the world as belonging to everybody. And in addition to that, we must begin to appreciate diplomatic ties. Especially the West must begin to appreciate their diplomatic ties with those in the so-called developing countries. Where the world is going, we are getting to a point where we must appreciate that everybody needs everybody. And so let's leave the woman alone. She couldn't have prevented the fire outbreak if she was in Los Angeles at the time. She couldn't have stopped the many bad incidents that happened because of the fire outbreak. And the fact that she wasn't in Los Angeles doesn't mean that she couldn't communicate with those who could have helped to salvage the situation. What she did was what she could do. She attended a function because she respects what exists between Ghana and the United States. Ghana depends on the United States for certain commodities. And the United States also depends on Ghana for some items. This is what we call bilateral relationship. And so if she decides to respect this relationship that exists between Ghana and the United States, nobody must blame her because it resulted in this. Nobody must blame her because this unfortunate incident happened when she was in Ghana. It was not planned, it was unintentional. She couldn't have prevented it alone, and she couldn't have saved the situation alone. African leaders, you must wake up. Stop the corruption. Yes. Stop the mismanagement of resources. Use your cocoa well. Use your gold well. Use your timber well. Use your diamond well. Your bauxite. Use them properly for the benefit and development of your country. Stop your selfish attitude. It is what is bringing us so low in the world. I'm sure that if you decide to do the right things, our social status, our economic strength will rise so high that these powerful countries will begin to realize us as equally powerful countries. Every salute to China. It didn't just happen. China has they have pushed their way to where they are today. This is an example. Japan didn't just happen. Indonesia didn't just happen. There are examples for us to follow. African leaders. The earlier we wake up, the better it's going to be for all of us. Let's leave Karen Bass alone. Let's leave her alone.
Please subscribe to this channel, like and share the video to help grow the channel. Thank you.